As blasters became the weapon of choice across the galaxy, Jedi found themselves adapting to a new era of combat. Wide sweeping strikes of older forms were no longer enough to protect against volleys of long-range fire. For some Jedi, it was a philosophy, one that turned the lightsaber form, a weapon of attack, into a shield of pure resilience. This is Form III, Soresu, forged to endure blaster fire and outlast the fiercest duelists. It became the defense that stood against the galaxy's storms, and in the hands of its masters, it proved that patience could be the sharpest blade of all. The birth of Form III was a direct response to an evolving galaxy. During the final centuries of the Republic, Jedi were increasingly called to mediate conflicts where blasters, not blades, were the primary threat. Lightsaber combat forms like Shi-Cho and Makashi, designed for melee duels, left Jedi vulnerable to long-range fire. Soresu emerged to answer this challenge, reshaping the Jedi approach to survival and defense. Its philosophy was simple: become an unbreakable wall. Instead of meeting power with power, Soresu practitioners minimized their movements, keeping the lightsaber close to the body to form a tight defensive shell. Every motion served a purpose, conserving energy while sustaining maximum protection. Its nickname, the Way of the Mynock, was inspired by the creature's ability to survive in hostile environments, holding fast against storms that would sweep away less prepared beings. In the Jedi Temple, it quickly became not just a combat style, but a lesson in patience, control, and the value of life over victory. Soresu is more than a combat form, it is a mindset. The form trains Jedi to become a calm center in the storm, reading an opponent's movements and deflecting attacks with economy of motion. Practitioners hold their lightsaber close, elbows tucked and feet positioned for rapid pivots rather than long lunges. The blade rarely leaves a tight defensive orbit around the body, ensuring no opening is left exposed. This economy extends to energy usage. By avoiding broad, sweeping strikes, Soresu users can maintain their defense indefinitely, wearing down attackers who grow tired or reckless. Psychologically, Soresu is built on patience. A master of the form doesn't seek to win immediately. They wait, defend, and allow the enemy to make a mistake. This philosophy made it ideal for Jedi operating in war zones, where survival and protection of others mattered more than personal glory. Yet mastery is difficult. Holding a perfect guard under relentless fire demands mental stamina equal to physical skill. Among the Jedi, Obi-Wan Kenobi stands as the embodiment of Soresu mastery. His duels against Count Dooku, General Grievous, and Darth Vader all showcase this form's strengths: calm defense, flawless timing, and eventual counterattack. Master Luminara Unduli brought Soresu's elegance to the Clone Wars, demonstrating how it could be applied in protecting troops and civilians alike. She passed these skills to her Padawan, Baris Afi, emphasizing discipline over aggression. Sin Dralig, the Jedi Temple's battle master, was another devoted Soresu instructor, ensuring generations of Jedi understood the value of defense before offense. In Legends, even Darth Vader incorporated elements of Soresu, compensating for the slower mobility of his cybernetic body by forming an impenetrable guard. Ancient Jedi historians recorded other practitioners, such as Mitra Surik, who applied Soresu during the Jedi Civil War, and Kreia, who taught it as means to understand an opponent's rhythm. Soresu's endurance in both canon and legends is a testament to its universal application. It remains as relevant in ceremonial duels as it was on the battlefield. Soresu is unrivaled in defensive combat. A skilled user can deflect dozens of blaster bolts in seconds, redirect them toward non-lethal targets, and survive prolonged engagements with multiple opponents. Its adaptability to protecting allies made it invaluable during the Clone Wars, where Jedi often served as both warriors and guardians. However, the form's reactive nature leaves it vulnerable to aggression, sustained offense, especially from powerful lightsaber forms like the Gem So or Juyo. In a duel, a pure Soresu practitioner may fail to create openings, relying instead on the opponent's mistakes. Against an enemy who refuses to overextend, stalemates can occur. Because of this, many Jedi combined Soresu's defensive core with elements from other forms, allowing them to transition quickly into offense once the moment was right. Even after the fall of the Jedi Order, Soresu's influence lingered. Survivors of Order 66 often favored it, knowing that defense and concealment were key to survival. In later eras, Jedi historians and archivists taught Soresu as a foundational form, believing that understanding defense built humility and discipline. In ceremonial contexts, Soresu's fluid parries and controlled movements became a symbol of Jedi philosophy, measured, thoughtful, and protective. Beyond combat, its lessons applied to diplomacy, listening before acting, creating stability before change. In modern interpretations, Soresu stands as a reminder that sometimes the greatest power lies not in destroying an opponent, but in refusing to be destroyed yourself. Form 3, Soresu, is more than a fighting style. It is a philosophy of survival, patience, and purpose. From the halls of the Jedi Temple to the front lines of galactic war, it has shielded those who stand for peace. That concludes this holocron entry. More will follow in days ahead. Preserve the knowledge. Like the entry and subscribe to unlock the next record.